What's up, man? This is your boy JaiBoi, man. I'm getting set up at the crib, you know what I mean? Getting ready for this Joe Riz interview. It's July the 4th. I would like to wish all my Facebook family and friends and uh, happy 4th of July. Be safe out, man. It's hot out. It's dry. Watch the firecrackers. It's very dangerous. You can cause property damage and stuff like that, man. It's very expensive, you know what I mean? So let's not make 4th of July something disastrous this year. Let's keep it very safe and very clear. All right, man. So getting ready for my man Joe Riz. Joe Riz is one strong brother from Detroit, you know, Michigan. HG. I can't remember the exact same name because I didn't live up there, man. But apparently it's pretty hard right there where he come from, man. So I'm like, okay, we want to talk with my man. Um, it's gonna be a long episode because believe my brother has a long history in the music industry, and it's crucial. You know what I mean? In today's music world right now, with numbers declining as far as sales, you know what I mean? Online sales are going up, you know what I mean? But as far as the music industry out there in the market, in at the mom and pop stores, the record label stores, and the whole 9 yards, I call them record label stores because that's all they deal with is record labels. You know what I mean? They very rarely will deal with the indies. You got to find a good indie market, and check me out. I'm gonna show you something. All right, so I want to talk with my man Joe Riz today. You know what I mean? The mighty Joe Riz. I met this brother just recently down at MC Breed's memorial birthday picnic. Natasha Breed's wife, man, I like to give you big ups to that one. That was like absolutely awesome. I mean, that I wanted to come down and give my man Breed some respect. You know what I mean? Because he gave me his telephone number, and the brother really he knew of me. We talked before. I came to one show that he did in Marietta. Dub, WALT CARTER, me, Breed, rolling over to Marietta to go open up a movie theater that they turned into like a concert hall. You know what I mean? So Breed was going over to show the people there in the city, in that town, little small town square, some love. You know what I mean? So that's my first meeting with Bree. You know what I mean? And it was baller. Bree was big baller. You know what I mean? He had 415 sitting in the back of a 4Runner. 415s, and I'm sitting right on top of him. He cranking, I think he was listening to some Dre. Dre was making some beats, man, and he had some beats that Dre sent him, and I'm getting a full body massage. I mean those 415s was like boom, 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 boom. But I wasn't even caring about the outside. I wanted to get out. I was like, oh man, are you serious? This dude's got, and it sounded great. I was like, man, it was so clear on the inside. I was like, man, this dude is banging. And I'm like, okay. So we stopped over to the liquor store, and Walt, we sitting over. It's a little drive-through liquor store, and Bree pulled up, and he ordered a bottle. The guy took forever, man. He went back, and he came back, and went back, and stayed forever. We sitting there talking. Bree was very patient, cause I'm still in awe. Just man, I can't believe I'm sitting there riding with MC Bree. You know what I mean? So and I'm like, okay. Now next thing you know, I start feeling a little. I said, man, what's up with this dude? What's taking him so long? You know what I mean? And finally, Bree, got the dude's attention. Said, man, what's up? And the dude said something. I think he's from Middle East somewhere, and he said something blah 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 blah. Bree's like, what is it? The price or something like, yeah, I want. That's what I want. That's the one I want. If you got it in the back, bring it. You know what I mean? And so the dude went. It took a long time again, and he finally came back, and Bree was like, man, yeah, man, here's the money. It was a few $100s for a bottle like that. And I'm like, okay, I ain't never bought no liquor like that. I ain't never bought no $300, $400 bottle of liquor, sitting in the back, going ride somewhere to a club or go do this spot. So okay, we head over to Marietta, man, and get off to Marietta. We pulled up back, got out, man, and walked up to the back door, bammed on the back door. I'll be right back, you know what I mean? So we sitting there, so now it's just me and Bree. All right, we listening to music, man. We just vibing. He's sitting directly in front of me. I'm sitting behind him in the driver's seat, passenger side in the back. I mean, driver's side in the back. And he started playing these joints, man. I'm like, oh man, I'm sitting here grooving with Bree. You know what I mean? I can't believe it. You know what I mean? So not much to say. You know, we didn't really have a lot of conversation. You know, casual, and he was real cool, and he was like, man, very, very home boy, homie. You know what I mean? Just laid back, man. Not a whole bunch of conversation. And at some point, he just turned the music down. He said, man, what's up, man? What's up, my man? You know what I mean? Come on, man. We going around front. We sit there at about, I say we probably listen to like 4 tracks. So by the time he got, he ready to roll, he said, like, man, I'm going up front. He got in. He started up. We went around front, pulled up in the town square for a runner. Boom, he's banging it, whatever. You know what I mean? He calmed it down, and then we pulled over, and we got out the car together. He said, come on, man, let's go in. I said, okay. He said, man, I'm going straight through the front, you know. And so I'm like, okay, that's what's up. And when I got out of the van, I was like, pins and needles. My body, it was like, it was like electricity. I'm feeling air, and it's light, and I'm like, whoa. Man, I was like, whoa. You know what I mean? I'm going into a live front up through the door with my man Bree. We get up to the front. There's a few cats, they hanging outside, getting ready to go in. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. We cross over. And then get up to the front door. The security right there, man. They stopped Bree at the door. Security stopped him at the door and was like, blah, blah. I remember this cat. He was dressed up like SWAT. About 250. You know what I mean? 6'4", 6'5". You know what I mean? No, I take that back. He'd probably be about 270. He was a big dude and was heavy. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right. So Bree walks up to the door, and they was like gonna check him, frisk him the whole 9 yards. And I'm like, and I come in. I'm like, frisk me. I know I ain't got nothing. Matter of fact, I'm feeling pretty good. So, you know what I mean? We walked over in the door, man, and all the cats were standing up in the lobby, man. Saw Bree come in. It was like, and it was cool. Atlanta is out. They don't seem to get starstruck like some of us country cats from Tennessee do. You know what I mean? We way up in the mountains. I'm from the East Tennessee, up in the mountains. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, I got to meet these ballers. You know what I mean? So we go in. I'm looking at the cats. They standing around, blah blah blah. So it's taking a long time. I ain't seen not one hair of my cousins, not one. My man from V103, he was DJ. He was at the front door. He was up there. He was spinning. He was at the front door when we came in. So I heard him talk. We had V103, and me and him had a little chat. You know what I mean? So, all right, I go walking through, and there's a few cats that's loitering around in the concert room area. And I go up in the little DJ booth. And, man from V103 come in. He said, man, why don't you go ahead and spin a little bit, scratch a little bit, do whatever, mix up a little bit or something. Do what you want to do. You know what I mean? I'm looking out. That's people on the floor a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah. So, all right. All this time passed by. Go back up front, man. Bree standing up. Now the cats done swarmed around Bree. They kind of got him up against the back wall over. Some cats over here. Some cats over here. I can see the other cats, and they done migrated toward Bree. You know what I mean? And so they were spitting for him. You know what I mean? They was just like, man, let's check this out, man. And he was back up against Wild Chin. I think he had a bottle in his hand by the time or something. You know what I mean? And he had on that big balloon coat, I call it the space coat. You know what I mean? And so, man, and I was like, looked over, I said, yeah, I said, I'm digging this now. I'm getting ready to get involved. These cats is doing it, you know what I mean? I said, Bree, man, sign my t-shirt, man. He looked at me and said, nigga. And went right back to listening to them cats, man. So shortly after that, okay, here come Walt. He finally come out, man. Walt come out, man. He was like, I said, dude, what happened, man? What took so long? You know what I mean? He was on my little video going out. All right, he said, oh man, he said, man, I'll tell you later. So we went on in, boom, 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 boom. Bree took the stage. Everybody came into the auditorium. You know what I mean? And I'm standing on the side of the stage speaker, and he had another cat, I think from Cali. I can't remember this cat's name. Walt, man, you might remember that. And tell me who that cat was. He was doing Pac's part on Gotta Get Mine. You know what I mean? And he did another part on Ain't No Future in Your Front. You know what I mean? And I think he did 3 songs. I can't remember what the third song was, man. But we up there. He was doing that, and that's when it all came to me who this cat was. I had heard of MC Breed. I had heard the track before, but I did not put the two together. When I met this cat, I did not really know who Breed was. You know what I mean? So, now when the song hit me, gotta get mine, gotta get yours, gotta get mine, gotta get yours. You know what I mean? When I heard that, I was like, my jaw dropped. You know, I was like, that's when it hit me. That's when I knew who this cat was. You know what I mean? So next thing you know, we get back in the band. We balling back. Some cats hooked up now. And they want to follow Breed. You know what I mean? We going. I said, where we going now? And I'm rolling. You know what I mean? And I'm saying, okay, we going back to the house. I'm like, that's what's up. You know what I mean? So we go back to the house, man. These cats is trailing us, man. Breed putting pedal to the metal. Now I'm feeling it. Now I'm with the 415. Now I'm not sitting back getting a body massage. I'm ready to rock. You know what I mean? So we get over to the crib, and boom, boom, you know, and there it come. You know, it start going around in the circle, one after the other. You know what I mean? Them cats talking, they start spitting knowledge, man. They start talking about the industry. I think Walt went on there, and Bree stayed down there for a minute, man. We start, just going over some stuff, man. And I'm like, I'm feeling this. I'm saying, this is it. Walt was tired. So, but on our way back, Walt told me, he said, man, let me tell you what happened, man. I went in there, tried to get in there, and I had to go through the back door, you know what I mean, because I had my strap with me, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, I feel you. And he said, man, got in there, dude, got to shifting around about the money and this and that and so on and so forth or whatever. And you know what I mean? We here to get this thing done, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? We done showed up, so you got to come up with the bread. You know, we here, you know what I mean? So, and we come up to the, he go up there to go get the bread, man, and he said, dude was trying to not pay up, you know what I mean? He said, all I did, man, was just kind of leaned over the desk and let my coat fall open a little bit. That's when he gave me the money. You know what I mean? And so I was like, okay. I said, he done circumvented security. We getting checked, me and Bree getting checked at the front door. I said, he had forethought to get in there and circumvent that security. You know what I mean? That's how you know when you're dealing with some real pros. These cats know what to expect. You know what I mean? So, and that's on all levels. So, man, I was like, oh, okay, that's what took so long. So, man, make a long story short, that's my experience with MC Breed. You know what I mean? And then there was some continuation after that, man. He gave me his telephone number. We had a few things lined up. It fell through. And, I done got blackballed several times, man, on trying to get with these cats and can't get cats here together. I can't get cats in my own town together to get with them cats, there. You know what I mean? I said, you cats are talking about Breed. Y'all talking about Tupac. Y'all talking about Biggie. Y'all talking about Luda. I mean, from the old school to the new school. You know what I mean? Jazzy Faye. I mean, everybody. You know what I mean? That Jazzy's from Memphis. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I seen this brother before, but I know I ran into him somewhere at the club somewhere. You know what I mean? But all right, now, so those are the cats that's really done did it and made that, that pathway and done made millions of dollars. I mean, they done made good money, real good money, and they're very successful. So this is what we're gonna do with Rare Records, man. We're gonna get out there, man, and like I said, we ain't trying to just bring a whole bunch of heat on nobody or nothing like that, man. We just like the truth. You know what I mean? If you really want to know the truth, then try to hang with us, man. And then we're gonna need your support. If we're gonna get out there and be successful in the music industry, we need to make sure that we got the music industry. mentality. You know what I mean? Not the shiesty. We need to understand that, but we need to deliver the truth. So when I'm sitting down talking with a young cat, man, I look him in his eye. You know what I mean? First and foremost. And I put it down exactly like this, bro. This is what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? I'm going to do this for you. You know what I mean? So I'm going to stick my hand in my body into these places and make channels connect up and talk and get situations lined up for you to do your thing. You know what I mean? For you to take the stage and be responsible for delivering the best performance you could possibly give every time. Every time. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm going right now, Rare Records, talking with my man, the mighty JOE RIZ. Joey Reverend Riz Coleman. He's on my Facebook. Y'all go check him out and rap with him, man. You know what I mean? Give some respect to these cats, man, that's done paved the way. You know what I mean? While they're here, they are due their props right now, not later. So I'm 48 years old. Some of you cats is 20. Lost Minds, Push Squad. Man, some of you cats are some young brothers. Superb, I just did an interview with Superb. That brother came through. First thing he did was give honor up to God. That's the first thing he did. I talked to JOE RIZ the next night. 2 nights later, we on the phone getting ready to do an interview. First thing he coming up with is so grateful. You know what I mean? So, come on, man. Old school, new school, old cats, young cats. It's music that's binding us together through the love of God. So, oh man, I just want to leave it right there. If we're going to talk business, we're going to do business. Let's make sure that we keep what we doing in a positive pathway. You know what I mean? I don't care where you at. I don't care if you down at the bottom club. You know what I mean? Deliver your message first when you get in. That's how you know you really with a push squad. Because you're going to come with some old school with it. You know what I mean? That's why when they told me, man, Lost Minds, Push Squad, and I look over and I see these young cats, oh yeah, I'm with it. You know what I mean? You can't change me and make me do some of the things that y'all talk about in some of the songs you talking about. I ain't running up on nobody's porch knocking their grandbaby or grandmama off the rocker. I ain't doing it. But, you know, I understand the music. I listen to that for the content of like a movie. I know it's not true reality. But some of you cats got that twisted. Some of you cats go out here, you listen to the music, and to be gangster, you assume that the reality is in the music of what took place in a storyline. So it's life now imitating art. It's supposed to be art imitating life. You know what I mean? It's just imitating. It's just saying the possibilities and the fictionals of it too. I mean, that's thrown in there. So the music does the same thing, man. There's a way that you can put your music down that you can talk about bashing heads in. But the listener doesn't feel threatened when they meet you or shake your hand and they find you're absolutely intelligent, sociable, committed to your job. And remember, the first thing that you talked about was God. So that's how I know. I'm getting with all cats that's on that level. You know, if you ain't on that level, I ain't with you. You know what I mean? Because I can't do it that way. I got to do it this way. You know what I mean? So Push Squad, Lost Minds, JOE RIZ, Chris Rose, Michio Shaka, Shasha. I can't say that name, man. That C is throwing me off. Mikio Sasha, Keys. What's up, man? You're a comedian, though. I can't wait to. I saw the. Y'all gonna see the footage. I already done posted up on Facebook a little bit. You know what I mean? I didn't really get his performance, though, because he was hosting. I was like, he hosted, but he was slipping some comedy in there. And I was like, all right, man. I said, that's what's up. If y'all ever need a host, excuse me, bro. If y'all ever need a host, then y'all need to look at my man. Check him out. All right. That's going to be the station break. All right. Hold up, man. I got to go. We're going to do this interview with Joe Riz, man. I'm going to try to get him up on the line here the very next thing that I do. I'm getting set up, with the microphones. I got to get my phone set up, get my screen set up here in the background, and we're going to do it big. All right, man. Joe Riz, one up. Oh, man, I'm so tired. I can't edit that now. Shit.